Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give them a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Okay, everything's going good. Let me just double check my other computer. Yeah, looks like everything is going good. So let's go and get started. We have a load button. Of course, got a good number of replays, so let's go and start from the top. Of course, I keep on hitting that button, which just opens up a folder for all the replays. I don't know why I keep on hitting the open button, not the open button. Who would have thunk that the open button would not open up the replay? Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Blue Ottomans, we have Moonshine. On the north side as the Magenta Incans, we have Lucas L. And sorry about that, let me just fix this. I don't know why occasionally it does this, where I have this down to minimal, and it doesn't want to stay there occasionally. Or it is there, just doesn't want to be there. Let's see now. Let's take a look and see what natives on the map. Of course, we do have the House of Habsburg. They should have really funny faces, right? We do have the mountain infantry, a heavy range cavalry, which also could be dismounted to be not a ranged cavalry, but a heavy infantry. This one become a skirmisher. So wait, does it become a skirmisher or musketeer variant? Is it a heavy musketeer or skirmisher? Not sure. Need somebody to pull it out so I can take a better look at it. And of course, we do also have the House of Yagalon, which something I noticed as well. Unit and resources they've already received age ups are granted again. Okay, no, I'm thinking a different one. We do have, it does have access to Lipkar Tartars and Shock Riders. And there's the other unit here was, of course, the Line Infantry, a Austrian musketeer that gets different benefits from the stances and promotions. Also got the local doggo going down here. Let's see if we have any decks selected. The Ottoman has not selected any but a deck just yet. We do have a deck selected here for the Incans. Let's take a look at his cards. The Incans, we do have the Villagers. Sapa Inca improves the speed, hit points, and leadership aura of your war chief. Not the damage like most other, what's called, Age 1 war chief stuff, but let's give some extra aura effects. Exotic Hardwoods, the Villagers, Gold, Chimu Runners, Boom Spearmen, Jungle Bowmen, Hurrah, a increase the duration of the poison damage. It's also increased damage, so all action projectile, all action damage plus 20%. I don't know exactly what it does, but maybe just increase the poison damage over time. Not sure the exact effects of it. It seems I don't really put weight in large number of damage over time's effects. It's generally you tend to kill the thing before it can really take effect. We've got the ranged infantry attack, ranged infantry hit points, Warhut Travis, which also increases the Warhut's hit points by 15%. Chica brewing Chica beer significantly increases the food production of Contra houses and allows priests to gather coins. It also increases Contra houses food collection rate by 60%. More villagers, 2 town centers, Chimu runners, melee infantry combat, Olos warriors, Hurlakas. Chimu support sends 10 Chimu runners, increase their hit points by 20%. Charmaka support sends 9 Giacomo, improve their bonus damage versus heavy infantry. Sends a Stronghold Travis, Travas, Travois, however you pronounce it. Son of Init, Greatly increases the damage of your war troop who inflicts a damage in the area and gains a swashbuckler attack. Plus 500% of all damage. It's quite a bit. Oh, sad. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I wasn't really paying attention. I saw something about somebody picked up 125 gold, which actually seems like quite significant. High ground. War huts get 5 range and 15 line of sight, including town centers and strongholds and tombos. Terrace farm. Villagers gather resources faster from farms and estates, plus 20%. As well as make their upgrades research 25% faster or 75% faster? It looks like 25% faster. We do have the Trikwas Scout now engaged by a pair of Ottoman villagers. It does get bashed there. Ottomans eyeing for a forward barracks there, so we may eyeing for some Janissaries or heavy infantry. Probably for Azaps, I'm guessing. Gunman does go down. And I'll take a look, and does go for the Travis's melee. Has another shipment available as well. Let's take a look, see what the Ottoman's eyeing for. The Ottoman does have 2 trade posts going for villagers. Silk Road, your resource crates get plus 25% resources. The rest of the game, you get a bit of a trickle of gold. Villagers, wood, gold. Azaps, Janissaries, Delis. Kerbex, increase the hit points of Aebis Gunners and Harumbakis. Advanced Arsenal, we do now have... Oh, looks designed to pull out a stable here. It is automatic constructing this, so we must got some sort of... oh, there's the villagers right there, the orcs. We do have Wood, Gold, Janissaries, Endrin School, increase the attack and hit points of Azaps, Janissaries, and Nizam Fusiliers, Sapahis, Cavalry Archers. Janissaries trying to run away from plumed archers. Let's get him a volley there. And we've also got the local doggo supporting the Janissaries, Bonito. Let's go with that one there. Still got the Plague Doctor, one of the natives, treasure guardians on the map. The Explorer will take him down there. A couple Janissaries remain. Looks like the Plumed Spearman will lose to the Janissary. 13 damage with 15 damage. So looks like Janissaries have also pretty good melee damage versus Plumed Spearman. Janissary's base cost is 115. Plumed Spearman probably around 105 if I remember correctly. Notice Explorer will go down from Magenta, and will he save the Janissary in time? The Explorer taking a lot of abuse, and the Explorer does go down. Janissary does get saved. Of course, got more Sipahi, Cavalry Archers, Abbas Guns, Falconets, Arpulikar, increased attack and hit points of Ottoman Artillery, Abbas Gunners, and Harambakas. Our Egyptian Mamelukes, sent delivers 4 Mamelukes. 16 pop, so each one's 4 populations, so it must be pretty high quality. And we got factory. Let's see if we see any more Plumed Spearmen for me to click on. I see Jungle Bowman there. There's a couple Plumed Spearmen here, and they do cost 115 as well. So let's see, 170 health. Let's compare them to Janissaries. That's a mutual comparison, but at this point in time, Janissaries seem like they have better melee attack, they have more health. The Janissaries are just straight up, maybe just straight up better than the Plumed Spearmen at the moment. They have more health. They do have 20% melee resistance. So does Janissaries. Huh. At this point in time, looks like Janissaries are greater than Plumed Spearmen on 1v1, even in melee. So going for mass Janissaries against Plumed Spearmen is a good option. Those opponents are mixing Jungle Bowmen, which are archaic archer, which means like a light skirmisher in my opinion. Even lighter infantry. Now let's get both heavy infantry, which Janissary are classified. They do outrange Janissary, 16 range as opposed to base musketeer 12. The Janissaries do have good damage, 20 damage. It looks like now the strength gets under siege. He's going for more Plume Spearmen and got some Grenadiers on the field. The unique Herometry Pod. Not sure what's unique about most Grenadiers. Most don't have Grenadiers whatsoever, but they do have good siege damage or range damage, good siege damage, bit of AoE effect to go along with it. Of course, not very effective versus shock infantry, so Chimu. Honestly, those Chimu runners will probably be pretty good against them, but of course they can't go to melee against the Ottomans. They do a little bit of bonus damage, though not too significant, honestly. Obvious guns are deployed in the field. So of course a good gun, lightweight siege weapon. Not even classified as siege. They're already light infantry unit, of course. So they do get bonus. They're basically like a skirmisher variant, just really heavy. I do not believe Plume Spearmen are a good option at this point in time, which now the Obelisk Gunners will counter them. These Grenadier variants, they don't do bonus damage for them, but the AoE effect will make that they tend to stack up, so the AoE effect will be doubly effective versus them. And Janissaries just outright beat them in 1v1 in melee, not let alone having all the capability of shooting a gun as well. So I guess if you ever look at this replay and you think about using Plume Spearmen against Janissaries, don't. Of course, it does have access to actually, no, nothing for melee cards. That's in the next age. Oh, the Ottoman player does have access to a card that also improves Obelisk Gunners. Okay, no, that's not Janissaries' hit points. Another side has a hit point to improve Plume Spearmen versus Janissary. More Jungle Bowmen is a good idea. Grenadiers, or these guys, are considered heavy infantry as well, so more Bowmen is a good idea, a good weapon against them. Of course, light infantry tend to have less health as well, so they will get hurt by them if they get into range. They do have 14 range, which is apparently longer than Janissaries, so they have good throwing arms. Especially for versus wooden structures meant for markets. We got some Deli here. Excuse me, a heavy cav, as well as some Chimu runners, a shock infantry unit. Grenadier does take a bit of damage there. Does get a good volley there as well. Grenadier fires another. Those grenades are doing some good work there. Chimu runners now dancing along the flank. These guys, the Ibis comes do less damage versus hand shock. So that's making Michael the Obelisk Gunners away from the shock infantry. Of course, they don't do any less damage versus light infantry, so shooting light infantry like the bowman is perfectly fine for them. Janissaries now entering melee mode, very good. And right now, the Incan player is just getting annihilated. Grenades are hitting. Grenade's best way to describe as an anti-infantry unit without doing bonus infantry unit. Just thanks to their splash damage. Of course, having them engaged in melee is not a good idea, though they apparently have decent hand attack, 28 hand attack. They are expensive though, nearly 200 resources. So you really don't want to get them into melee attack. These Conchi houses starting going down. They do quite a good amount of food income. Ottoman player, it has a bit of popular space, not a whole lot, going for some AZAP in shipment. The Incan player is eyeing for more Cure. More Chimu runners. No, he does cancel, or nope, he is eyeing to play some Chimu runners as well as some jungle bowmen. The Incan player does have quite a bit of resources stockpiled up, so he can go ahead and get more out. The Ottoman player does, of course, have 2 trade posts at the moment. Both explorers are down here. Looks like the Ottoman explorer went down a bit more recently than the Incan one. And they're about roughly the same time. I wonder if they knock each other over. Does get a decent volley there. Gotta make sure he might get the Abyss Gunners behind. Chimera's receiving the damage. Grenadiers do less damage versus the hand shock infantry, so they need to make sure they're targeting the bowmen. And now he's eyeing to engage the Janissaries into melee. Janissaries do have bonus damage versus cavalry and shock infantry in melee. Chimera runners are trying to find the Obelisk Gunners, doing a good job of running them around. More delis spawn field. Bazaars or delis versus Chimera runners perfectly fine. So they're taking a lot of hits there. Many of the Chimera runners have gone down. And now the delis will be sort of picked apart there for doing little there. And now the Explorer does go back up. He can quickly take it out for some EXP. And Explorers are not immune to grenades. An amount of Bison being collected over here. Bison being collected on the back of the line, so Blue is obtaining the Bison more outwards on the map. It's also a safe little deposit of the land tanks. And he's really eyeing for some gold here. The Ottoman player has 17 village gold. Deacon has 20. 35 versus 38. It looks like the Ottoman is only slightly behind in villager count. Nothing too significant though. More Chimera runners, more bowmen advancing on forward. Now a whole lot of Albus Gunners. He stopped building Albus Gunners since his opponent stopped rolling out Spearmen, which is probably good. Janissary does get picked off there by the Jungle Bowmen. And I say that, there's another wave of Albus Gunners now played on the field. Finds a good attack opportunity there. Guy has a couple AZAPs in the mix of everything. And the Chimera runners are starting to go on down. Janissaries just trying to engage in melee. Good hits there. Bowman start going down. Does have, of course, his proxy barracks here, so he got a good flank there with the Janissaries. Now he's getting ripped apart. Thanks to a frontline reinforcement acting as a flank, and Magenta does cast in the GG. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oops, I keep on hitting the wrong open button. Greetings everyone, Angrade here for another HPR's... Did I do this one yesterday? I don't know why this replay seems a little bit familiar. Either way, let's go and just get started. On the right side as the blue Maltese, we have Violet. On the left side as the red British, we have Tau Cario. Oh, I butchered that well enough. Yeah, the Explorer. Yep, I've cast this one yesterday. My apologies. Yeah, that's definitely one I casted yesterday. Go on to this game here. Greetings everyone, Angrade here for another HPR's 4 replay. Spawn on the south side as the blue British forces, we have Tau Carario. On the north side as the red Incans, we have Caballero 02. Oh, thank you for the follow, Moonshine AoE. Probably butchered that name well enough. You have now the Exotic Doggo going down. Let's take a look and see what natives are on the map. You have the House of Habsburg. They don't have funny faces, I can see. We got mounted infantry, or a unique ranged heavy cab, and it can be dismounted to apparently a heavy skirmisher. As we've got the line infantry as well, a unique musketeer, which also gets different benefits when in each stance, as well as promotions. British player has not selected a deck just yet, nor has the Incan player just yet either. Red is eyeing for a trade post now. Got the ibex, the local goat population not being hunted. They are goats, right? They look like goats to me. And down here, we got the deer, the forest puppers. The mountain dogs versus the forest puppers. Really the best way to describe them, right? Now we got the first shipment available. Let's see what he goes for. Or let's see what the British player goes for. Let's see now. We do got some villagers. We got the Virginia Company making manors cheaper, so you can start booming up with your villagers very early. More villagers. Food, wood, gold, longbowmen, musketeers, Scots Guards, musketeers and grenadier attack increase. And let's just go ahead and follow the blue explorer while covering the blue player. Team Grenadier Guard, musketeers and grenade troops hit points increase 15%. Though it also does not apply to Soldado and Filibuster. They must get applied to that, but they also counteract it with the same debuff. Got, of course, the cavalry combat, and I'm trying to select the explorer so I can move around the camera. Hussar and Dragoon hit point. Villagers, gold, longbowmen, infinite longbowmen I should mention. Yeomen, longbowmen inflict more damage to heavy infantry and gain more range. Musketeers, gold stream guards, musketeers and grenadier attack and hit points increase 15%. Hussars, cavalry combat plus 15% on cavalry, falconets. You can stop this clicking, buddy. Of course, got infinite rockets, factory, and factory. And it's now going for the cheaper manors as well. Let's see what his opponent's going for. Let's see now. We got villagers. We got the American allies. Ship 1 native embassy travels and enables you to choose a native ally at your embassy. The chosen ally will allow you to recruit native warriors and research some of your unique upgrades at the native embassy. Between the Karib, Mukubuchi, Zaptek allies. Of course, got Zodiac Hardwoods, villagers, gold, some Fatten llamas, Chimi runners, Bloom spearmen, jungle bowmen, native treaties, war hut traps, also increases war huts by 50%. Amaraya support, sends 7 Chikwas and greatly improve them in combat, increase the build limit of Chikwas. Chica Brewing increases the food collection rate of the Contra houses. ×2 Town Center. 5 Priestess. Heals and converts enemy units. Jimmy Runners, Plume Spearmen, Bolos Warriors, Gurkhas, Ajamarka support. I don't know how I pronounce any of these names in this game. Since 9 Jungle Bowmen improve their bonus damage with heavy infantry. Machu Pikachu sends you a citadel. Road building. All military units, land military moves faster, 10%. Don't see people going for that one all too often. Monumental Architect. Monumental Indian Architect increase the hit points of buildings and damage of the town center. So increase by 30 and then 35%. High ground, give your war huts additional range and line of sight. And terrace farming, makes your villagers gather from farms and estates 20% faster. I know the Aztecs have a counterpart to it as well. I think it starts with a C, I think. This map does also have some unique items, the city towers and center. Upon capturing, I don't know if the range stack actually works, but I do know it does give you a tiny EXP trickle. You will have to clear out some of the local rogue marauding musketmen there. And he did actually attack that one, which is the ones that's defending the tower. This treasure only has 1 musketeer remaining. He does have a marauding karambit, so here. He does the aggro there, and will be able to pick up some treasure. He will lose a marauding musketeer. Yep, and some marauding musketeer does go down. We got a very large number of mana support up by the British player on the front line. He's also clicked the wood on the front line as well. He's eyeing just more villagers. He's currently at 31. His opponent is 22, so he's really on the boom up of his manners. Maybe a good idea if his opponent start being aggressive. He's getting out a pair of War Hut Travis, which could be used to place around one of these city towers. And now do have Blue's Explorer being pursued by some of the scouts and by the Explorer and by the Marauding Krabat and by another scout there. Looks like he does go for a bit more of a non-native name for the British people. And we got Monco Inca, which is probably another actual game-generated name. These runners don't do bonus damage. Their damage is not good. Simply put, them meant to go along with the Explorer to help obtain treasures. He does take out the English Explorer there. Now he's eyeing for some of the local Greeks, isn't that? But yeah, I don't think I covered this one here. The Everzone and the Boyars. So getting some local Greeks. Does go himself convert himself a witch hunter. Red has gone for both his trading posts. Here has gotten these local natives as well. The native Habsburgs and native Greeks. Blue has only gotten one trade post at the moment. He does have quite a bit of wood. He could go for another trade post. Right now he's just trying to boom up on villagers. Does have a good number of musketeers. Very good. And his opponent has bought some line infantry, which is a musketeer variant. Which does have improved hit points when being nearby other ones, right? Nope. I'm not sure where the plus 14 health is coming from. Maybe from a shipment. Nope. Does unmount the musketeers or the mounted infantry. Some of these guards get promoted, and they are classified as light infantry. You notice they're classified as heavy cav, heavy range cav, but you also the classified as light infantry on the ground. That makes no sense to me. They should just be called light cav at that point. We do got a good number of hussars and some idle villagers as well. Another shipment is available. He does bring himself some gold or coin. Some of the local marauding musketeers will be going down. Are they classified as heavy? Nope, they're not classified as heavy. Just bought some of the manors here. The city tower has been claimed by the red player. Even though it says it has a range attack, it does not appear it fires, at least not against these units. We got some longbows spawned in the field, as well as musketeers, a good composition. One good versus heavy, one's good versus general purpose. However, these Everzones are very good versus heavy. They're a skirmisher unit, times 3 damage versus heavy. The Hussars will be very useful versus them. The Longbowmen, of course, have excellent range to hit them as well. And now I free up some more space for the British player to pull out some more manors to get out some additional settlers. And thanks to Virginia Company, these manors cost 90 wood. That is dirt cheap. Except some of these units there. Chief Boss advance forward, that's of course a scout unit. Musketeers making our advance, starting to get some more damage on these. Oh, it does actually fire there. Okay, that's good to know. Now from here it's fire. Boots are advancing forward, they do get countered by the longbowmen. They are a heavy unit. Musketeers now advancing forward. Now got the Hussars advancing forward, trying to get some good engagements. We have more than Cheat Boss or teaming runners now being pulled on the field. Getting good engagement onto the Musketeers, but Musketeers' melee attacks do bonus damage to shock units, such as the Cheek Lost Runners. Hussars do clean up the rest of those Plume Spears. The Hussars now engaging all the various infantry units back here. Does kill off the Explorer there, and so some Cheek Runners. Now the rest of these forces being pursued. These units do less damage versus cavalry, but it looks like the cavalry being focused down there. More Cheek Runners there, but they're engaging the Musketeers, which is good opportunity by the Musketeers. Now they're trying to get the Longbowmen there. All the Musketeers have gone down. More of these mounted infantry is advancing forward. Okay, they are not... It says heavy range, but they're in hand attack mode. They do have a range attack, though. Another round of Longbowmen maybe coming on out. He does get out another 9. Of course, they will get overrun by shock infantry. These villagers may want to get sent towns in. They may want to pull out the town militia as well. He is going for H3. He is going for the Adventurer. Has another shipment available. He may be eyeing for a line of only Falconets. Falconets seem pretty good to me at the moment. Oh, I just realized a bunch of Hussars came out and they're overrunning the Everzones. Of course, the dismounted infantry are skirmisher variant themselves, so the Hussars are great versus both those natives. Dragonbone advancing forward right now. The Incan player needs to pull out more Plume Spearmen. His entire composition is vulnerable to the Hussars. Got some militiamen now pulling the field. There's Sacred Band Infantry deploying the field. It does get out 8 Sacred Band Infantry, which are a musketeer, stronger in groups. I don't know how it's defined strong groups. They get plus 10 health, but that could be for something else. They are a musketeer variant as well. Heavy infantry. I don't think anything too special about them. They don't get promotion, so they look like awfully normal musketeers. The British players are playing out a good number of Longbowmen, which will do bonus damage as musketeers. And they will do regular damage as jungle bowmen and the other skirmishers. Got a good number of Hussars now pulled on field as well. The British player does have another shipment available. He is, of course, next age. His opponent has not advanced next age. He has gotten his shipment of Hussars. I probably would have gone for the Falconets myself. Recovers Explorer there. The Incan player has a lot of resources stockpiled up. He may want to age up. He's now bringing the Catharsis. I'm not sure what that is. I know what it means in RimWorld. Not sure what it means in Age of Empires 3. Now he's eyeing for the messenger. Now we got the Magyar Hussars have been pulled in the field. We got a grand total of 1 Magyar Hussar, which does have excellent health, 640 health, 30 damage, and a good attack speed. Got a regular Hussars. They do have they have basically just double health.
Again.
They literally do just have double health. Nothing too fancy, sometimes you just need a really heavy horsey. I think we just saw the... What's it called? The one free shipment. Or no, we just saw Crown Lands. More Longbowmen, more Hussars being pulled in the field, good composition. And if all Grenadiers probably wouldn't hurt either.
Yes.
Longbowman siege attack is not too particularly great. Does get some good damage there. Of course, got now the War Hut firing, so is the town center as well, getting 18 damage per shot. More than this amount of infantry is advancing on forward, trying to get a volley on these forces. Designing for more Shimi runners. It's probably a good item this moment in time. Shimi runners now engage the longbow. Able to get a good engagement there. Huzzar's just not bad. Not a great angle there. Taking out some of those lone longbow along the flanks as well. Shimi runners now advancing on forward. Huzzar's just trying to engage them. It'll be relatively equal there. Magyar Huzzar is hacking away as well. Longbow trying to fall back behind the Huzzars. Gets good damage there. Now do have a shipment of Bolas Warriors in the corner of the field. And it does get a big button plume spearman bullet on out. Inky Blaze starting to get overran. He has currently 54 population on the field. His one has 142. Nearly twice non-goals as well. And most of the Inky player does back of the game now. It's Andgrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here, another Age of Empires 4 replay, not 4, 3. Well, on the south side as the red Ultimates, we have Henderson, Valencia 1, probably butchered that. Spawn on the north side as the blue Dutch, we have Mersker Wolfs, I don't know, got blue Dutch. And let's take a look at the natives on this map. We of course do have the House of Fanar, the Greeks once again. We do have the Everzone, a skirmish with high hit points, particularly strong versus heavy infantry, and the Boyars, a heavy handcap from Wallaka. And over here we do have the House of Witten. It does give him access to the Trabants, hand infantry with high hit points that protect nearby units by absorbing some damage they be inflicted by, and Saxon Courtiers. So if you want some German Courtiers rather than French flavored, you can get them here. Additionally, you can get a fort wagon in this age as well. Now let's see what shipments they all have gone for. The Dutch player has selected a deck, which will involve villagers, Bank of Amsterdam, Bank of Rotterdam, Town Militia, Fish Market, so we may be eyeing for some fishies. Wood, Gold, Pikemen, Bank, Advanced Arsenal, Advancing School, got the Church Research, Gold, Halberdiers, Infantry Combat, Advanced Frontier Fortifications, a fort itself, Royal Mint and Refrigeration, Tool of Speculation, Improved Buildings, additional Fort Wagon, Factory Wagon. It permits you to have an extra fort. Explorers to rebuild lost forts and outposts. And for the Ottoman player, we do have a deck selected as well. We got wood collection rate, gold collection rate, trickle of gold. So all settlers gather all resources faster. It's probably best to go for one of those rather than either of those. Food silos. This is like a treaty deck, isn't it? And this is definitely not treaty. We got villagers, Azaps, advanced arsenal, Mataraki, probably butchered that, school. All infantry trains faster, especially Ottoman infantry. So grants infantry build time, shock infantry build time, Janissaries to get additional build time, Azaps, Atlas Gunners, Harumbaka, how to pronounce that, and Nazim Uzavir. Writing School, Palace of Intrigue, Silversmith, and Food and Spice Trade. Endurance School, and Akinis. Range Cavalry does damage to settlers, and Range Cavalry does increase damage to settlers, and Cavalry Archers do train faster. Cavalry Combat, Royal Mint, Refrigeration, Textile Mill. This is straight up a treaty deck. Akim Orgon School, Ottoman infantry costs less resources. Polari School, Improve the hit points of all Ottoman infantry. Light archery. Ottoman techniques improve the damage and arrows released by the Azap and cavalry archers. Factory and factory. If I remember this, yep, now I remember this one. I remember spectating this one. I'm pretty sure a pretty noobish game. So let's go and get going. I'm going to go and start fast forwarding a little bit because I know now I remember what's coming up. We got Turtle. The local bear not being engaged by the explorer does take him down there, creating himself a bit of a wood. Spice trade now being researched. So he does go for some mercenaries, or maybe just trying to get that little gold collection there from having a saloon. Yep, the Dutch player is really trying to dig in. Does pull out a good number of walls. Each wall costs 5 wood, so nothing too significant, but does add up quite a bit. Most people tend to delete the connector piece there to get a bit of a refund, as well as just make it one less thing to target. More banks, pulled on field, not big surprise. Neither side has gone for any fishies. Got some Janissaries now pulled on field. Yep, both players deciding to macro up. Other players are playing out some military units in the field, not realizing he's supposed to not be aggressive. He has to play out some skirmishers here. Nope, and now we do have a bit of assault here by the Ottoman player. We got skirmishers against Janissaries. Skirmishers, of course, will do bonus damage versus Janissaries. Kind of see damage, so they do about 30 damage per shot. Janissaries do have a bit more than 30% more health. He does have some ease after backline as well. Militia not being pulled on field as well. And looks like he does fall back from the Dutch line. Now the Ottoman player has advanced to the Fortress Age. Doesn't have any shipments available. Trying to torch down this trading post now. Bring in the Markazi school, however pronounce that. Fort wagon has been pulled in the field, and now let's go ahead and get it set on up. Right now, the Ottoman player could just eye for a trade monopoly victory at the current rate. For the next age himself, both players advance to the next age. We've got some fortifications now being pulled out by the Dutch. Now is probably a good time for him to get out the factory wagons and eye for some great bombards. Notice opponents pulling out a large number of skirmishers. Let's get a good number of falconets and culverins here. And red is eyeing for some fishies. We do also have the buoys. This map, so buoys tend to spawn on the opponent's side of the map. So if the Dutch would have played out bringing a shipment of ships, it would be right on top of his opponent's fishing ships, but he doesn't. We know he doesn't have any fishing ships or any warships he can bring on in. It's now going for the church improvement. We're designing for a big line of walls as well. Let's get both his factories out, not eyeing for any heavy cannon. And now the Ottoman player is eyeing for Imperial Age, the general. He could try blockading his opponent. Now got a shipment of 2 great bombards from the Age Up, I believe. Autumn plays at 50, 60 villagers. His opponent right now is at 55, so they've been maintaining good villager count, both of them. Of course, the Dutch has all these banks, though the Autumn player does have a good amount of EXP coming on in from the trade network. And his opponent has not even deployed out factories just yet. Into the next stage now. Of course, he has to resort to farming right now.
Commando.
I can't see the max population, how many villagers got, the maximum. There it goes, yeah, 60 out of 60, so we can't fit any more villagers until we get a research to increase that number. Going for all the research now, both sides, this has basically become a treaty game, but the Ottomans have a much better position. And I think he should be able to get out a trade monopoly victory. Do got a battery tower and pull it out field, so that's what a battery tower looks like. Red starting to advance forward with his large military. He does have another fort wagon over here as well. The Dutch is currently at pop cap, maintaining good food or gold income. Does have one factory wagon out in the field. He does currently have two forts out as well. Guard Boyard does see a bit of damage there. He has two falconets, two great bombards. Great bombards are great at blowing up everything. 500 base damage. No opponents have versus infantry, believe it or not. Opportunity to advance on forward, hit the great bombards. Let's get a good volley there onto these units. Great bombards, you have 5 AoE, falconets have 3. He's actually torching down this fortress here, who's been fully upgraded, so has 15,000 health. Good damage on those forces. The Ottoman force is just getting disintegrated, but the great bombards getting some great hits. And the Dutch culverts are not getting any proper targeting out of the great bombards. We also got the priest here getting some good healing. None just yet, as far as I can see. I don't think that was technically war crimes at this point in time. I suppose not accepting surrender or not fishing people out of sea are technically war crimes even for this time. We have some more guard boyars now deployed on out. That fishing ship or that commerce ship has a pair of cows in the back. Lucky cows. A good number of culverins here, not culverins, field guns, falconets, has a good number of royal culverins out as well. The Dutch player's not advanced to the next age. I wonder if the Dutch is blockaded yet. Doesn't appear to be. I don't know if there's even a capital. Oh, we do have a capital blown in the field. More veteran Avis gunners now being employed in the field. Delis have been upgraded to Rumlots, or however you pronounce that. Handful of Everzones are now here. Looks like 24 sacred bands can now be brought on in. Good damage there to cancel these units. Good damage there from the falconets. There's a good number of falconets. He's trying to flicker on the cavalry, and there's nothing here to counter cavalry. Skirmishers don't do bonus damage here. Now I've got these 10 cav now making way forward, getting some good hits on the cavalry. You have some of these halberdiers in point of view, which are counter the cavalry, but a little bit too late. So there's still a good number of skirmishers and artillery in the mix. Janissaries still quick forward with the Everzones, which are skirmish variants, so don't do any bonus damage for bonusing skirmishers. Cavalry has gone down. More cavalry in point of view. Needs to focus down those halberdiers so this cavalry can advance a bit more forward. He also needs some more numbers. get out 26 Sacred Band here. And it looks like Red's army will get cleaned up, but he's deploying more units. Ottoman player has massive reserve of all resources, now going for his Imperial Rumlots. A massive wave of skirmish people for the Dutch, but he is running a little bit low in resources compared to his opponent. Now got the Horseman Defense forward, needs to focus on perhaps the artillery, but just in general a move forward. Good time to redeploy out the trading post there using automatic deployment. More skirmishers now being put on the field. Culverins find the back line. His opponent hasn't really deployed any more artillery. I'm not sure why he's going for more culverins. It looks like Blue's army is getting cleaned on up. Janissaries 3 now. Imperial Janissaries do 60 siege damage, which is quite good. It does destroy the trade post there. We now got another wave of Halberdiers pulling field. The Avazones should be very effective for Sims since they are classified as heavy. The Imperial Rumlots are making their way forward. Dutch eyeing for more of the Halberdiers. One's going for more of the Boyars. As one's now for the advanced arsenal. I think the Ottoman player maybe forgot about the Sacred Band. It's going over on those Culverins. Got some Fusiliers mixed on in as well. They have great damage, 73 damage. They do cost 2 pop, however. Now got a good number of Albus guns point of view. Their siege attack's not that great. The only guard variant as well. Now I got a big wave of Falcon that's now being pulled on the field. They'll get some good damage on these various infantry forces, but right now they actually do like a bit of punch versus the Imperial Janissaries. Good volley there though. The Albus guns don't have a whole lot of health, so those Falconets can rip them apart, but they're taking a lot of damage from these Albus gunners. They do half damage versus siege weapons. Out that fortress there, or outpost I should say. This force has been constantly firing away as well. The Ottoman player's having trouble remaxing. He has plenty of resources for remaxing and population space. Most of his stuff researched in. He did not go for any sort of infinite shipment. And he's not rebuilding his army at the moment. The Dutch is trying to build out some more Falconets. He has a bit of resources and everything as well. Both players are not reproducing as good as they could. Now I got some more Janissaries pulling out. Oh, no, he has a large number of Janissaries being queued on up. This is the maximum end of the population queue. He's also picking up the gold from the whales. Got a monastery, mountain monastery over here, providing a little bit of gold generation, but nothing too significant. And it's a remaxing, just going to just fast forward to the next engagement. But that one found a cannonball. More Obus guns, more Janissaries. The Ottoman player's now maxed out, eyeing for some church research. Takes out those villagers. Now it's time to make his advance. We got a good number of falconets to fire, however. And also, he has a majority of the trade. Of the not trade. Though the trade postmark, so you could initiate a trade monopoly victory. And there we go. This will force his opponent out. He's going to flush him out. His opponent has to respond 5 minutes, not a whole lot of time. You better be also ready to re-max out as quickly as can. He does. His Albus guns would do both damage to these Alberdiers. Albus guns do see a bit of damage there. They are now fully Imperial Albus guns, doing 84 damage at range. No AoE effect, they just provide good damage firepower. Albus guns, I'm not sure where they're going. They're not a anti-siege weapon, but he's going to flank with them to engage the siege. And now they can rip the apart, and they're really stacked up, so the Falconets gain some great damage there. Looks like the Ottoman player is having trouble remaxing once again. Yep, he is not remaxing in the middle of combat. Asking out some Falconets himself, more Janissaries as well. He should have done this long time ago. He also needs more barracks in general. There we go, he's starting to build up more barracks. He's starting to learn. More Janissaries, more of the cavalry. This battery car does have a decent amount of health to work with, as well as a decent cannon. Got now the cavalry trying to take out those falconets. Okay, so he's now engaging over here, gets good damage there. Now we've got a big wave of skirmishers, not skirmishers, falconets for the Ottoman player. They're not upgraded, but they can still pack a nice punch. Imperial Janissary now being researched. I thought he already had Imperial Janissary. Not sure what that was then. Oh, it's for field gun, so I just had a mislabel. Those arms are starting to disintegrate. Going for more of his own skirmishers as well. The 9 Imperial. Discard. And looks like blue does back of the game now. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And before I get started with the next replay, I do need to use the restroom, so please give me one moment. Sorry about that, I'm back. Not that button. That one's we want to put it and on to this one here. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HPowers 4 replay. Small on our right side, oops, as the blue Ottomans, we have Lilian Pasha. On the left side as the yellow Italians, we have High Tier God. And before I get started, looks like the game did this again. There we go, now it's not going crazy. So let's take a look and see what natives on the map. We do have the Comanches. The Comanches does provide you with the Comanche Horse Archer. The range cavalry, good against cavalry. Which is probably a Dragoon variant, which is basically a Cavalry Archer variant as well. And yep, just appears to be just Comanche on this map. Good number of trade. Some good amount of food source as well in the form of sheeple. And while we're waiting for people to get their decks selected, let's take a look at their leader's name. We do got Satanaso? Satanaso? Not sure how that's pronounced. And over here I do have Alp Arsalan. Interesting. Oops. The Ottoman player should be selecting his deck relatively soon, once probably when the first shipment comes on in.
Evet.
And now we do see a deck selected. We do, of course, got the 3 villagers and a trickle of gold, more villagers, wood, gold. Azaps, Janissaries, Delis, Sabaki, increases the hit points of Obeliskers and Harmonicas, the Grenadiers, and the Advanced Arsenal, wood, gold. Enduring School, increases the attack and hit points of Azaps, Janissaries, and Nizam Fusiliers, Sapahis, Yabas Gunners, Falconets. Hired Bosniks, jump the number of 6 Bosniks. Hired Egyptian Mamluks, give you 4 Mamluks. Ulele School, improves the hit points and attack of all Ottoman infantry. And 4 Sapahis, 2 Great Bombards, Factory. No fort. Talking about Fortress 8, or they're talking about no building fort? Oh, yeah, you can view your opponent's decks. So, looks like yellow says he has not gone for a fort. Let's see what he has. You have the Machiavellianism. Arrives fast, improves your talent explorer in combat, enables him to pick up treasures nearly instantly, and gives him a powerful canine companion. Now you can see the local doggo there, Penny. She's a good girl. Penny's a girl's name. Of course, I got the Husalit, which is 1 Baliska wagon and costs Lombards to trickle EXP while converting investments. Blue's Explorer still receives some fire. Got the Monte de Pita, ships 1 Lombard wagon, as well as give it a coin investment. Your Lombards, Senior Financiers, and deposit a medium amount of food in your Lombards. Got the wood and then gold crate. Passiveers, Anton crossbow. Musketeers, infantry hit points, increase hit points by infantry by 50%. Broken Lance Company, 3 people lancers, 1 Stradat. Blues Explorer does go down. The doggo was very hungry. Croatian Company, shipping number Kravats and Stravani. Cost 300. Lucian Financiers adds 1,200 wood into your Lombards. Genoese Financier. I can't pronounce that. Why can't I speak that word? Grants 100,200 coin into your Lombards. 8 Halberdiers. Heavy passives. Passiveers hit points and armor increase. Increase the armor by 1, looks like, for all types, as well as hit points by 10%. Bolts. Crossbows and passiveers gain more range and inflict their damage greater against the heavy infantry and buildings with their bolts. 2 Falconets. Albion Company ships a number of Bosniks and Stradats. Milanese Arsenal grants 1 ships or 1 Arsenal wagon, makes Arsenal technologies 50% cheaper and enables the advanced improvements. 3 Masons, Architects can build fortifications, move faster, and construct buildings more quickly. Florine Financiers, still can't pronounce that word, I don't know why. Adds 2,300 coin to your Lombards. Garabani improves the damage of all Italian musket and rifle infantry. Papal Arsenal grants your papal units powerful charge attacks. And the Factory Wagon. Now, do you have some Azaps on the field? Hitting the Explorer. We got the doggo here. She made a friend, Buck. They can make some nice wolf dogs with each other, right? If they both live. And looks like blue's eyeing for some more proxy barracks. Not really proxy, just slightly forward. One Lombard has been put on the field. Looks like his architects are pulling out some more Lombards now, as well as a house. The Italian player does need some more population housing there. It does get enough room. He is still ahead when it comes to villager production at the moment. His opponent's at 16. The Italians are at 19. Though some of those may be architects.
Avete del tempo?
1 out of 3, so maybe 1 is an architect. I don't know if it counts as a villager up here. It is classified as a villager, so 80 EXP for the Italians, and now I'm for some crossbows. The Passiveers. Italian crossbow with a large shield and high hit points, and shields grants different armor types when switching between combat roles. Good against heavy infantry and light cavalry. In other words, the skirmisher variant. Sort of view skirmishers and the archaic bowman variations. It's the same. Wow, he does pick up what's it called? Treasures pretty quickly. Now that's bare sheeple there. They're definitely the cousins to these bighorn sheep. And also they're starving. Look how thin they are. 54 food. Come on, man, feed them. Looks like Buck does go down. Penny took a bit of damage there. So no puppies today. Or tomorrow. More crossbows in the field. So if you guys got Azaps versus Passiveers, let's compare the two. Azaps does 8 damage, 16 range, has a good rate of fire. And the Passiveers, 16 damage, 16 range, a little less health, more range resistance at the moment. Less bonus damage looks like. Of course, let's see, rate attack is 1.53, so the half damage is countered by the twice of rate of fire. We have an outpost here, so it's hard. I think yellow should be able to win out. It seems like there's 20 there versus 26. So I think yellow will win out, especially thanks to nearby outposts and town center. But now I do have some deli here to flank. They do. Passiveers do less bonus damage versus these horsemen. Azaps do actually have a good melee weapon defense versus the cavalry. Though they don't get any bonus taken from melee shock, so Coyote runs will be still going to be good versus them. Both them and Janissaries both having good melee attacks, so it's best not to deploy out melee cavalry against the Ottomans, now thinking about it.
Engine.
And he may see a bit of fire there. I got a handful of musketeers. They are heavy infantry, so they will see not receive bonus damage from Azaps. Azaps do not have bonus damage like other bowmen versus heavy infantry. Okay, so musketeers are still a good item versus them. A couple of those Azaps do go down. There's a couple, at least one Janissary mixed on in. Let's take a look at the Lombard, see what's inside of them. Apparently nothing at the moment. He may be more of an Ottoman player. In my opinion, you should probably, yep, you should generally have your Lombards constantly trading and try to keep them trading with all the resources. Just get a constant trickle. Plus, it's good for EXP. More Passiveers being pulled on the field. Against them, they do bonus damage is heavy, but only a small bonus, not too significant. They do have the same range as the Grenadiers, I think. So maybe the Grenadiers be good. They would take a little bit of bonus damage, but nothing too significant. Just 25%. Of course, they're still pretty weak versus cavalry, so Delhi is also a good item versus them. There's a handful of musketeers, and of course some militiamen. Another shipment can be brought on in. Just exciting for some gold. Ottoman players are signing from next age, just getting up the marksman. Which may give him a shipment of Janissaries, I'm guessing. And he's now making her advance as well. Gala power district increasing your population cap, I believe that one is. 22 out of 45. Both the barracks do go down. He does have a stay on the back line. He just needs to get some more resources.
Engine.
They do cost quite a bit of gold there, so that's something he's a little bit struggling on at the moment. And this trade post will go down. Perseveres, like any other crossbow and bow variant, they have pathetically horribly siege damage. Does get one more drop of EXP there as well. The local explorer does go down here. Nope, that's Penny. You really can't have puppies there. No massacre of that poor elf. Okay, that was a horrible joke. Sorry about that. You have also a Comanche settlement here, so Yellow can deploy out some Comanche cavalry archers, horse archers. Let's see, what else can they get? Researchers can cost less coin. Maybe that researcher can cost no coin and costs wood instead. Comanche horse breeding, getting your cavalry and your shock infantry increased hit points. And Comanche Mustangs, cavalry and shock infantry speed. You now have Sipahi now employed on the field. Sipahi have a very good AoE attack, 35 damage as well. So they are a very powerful unit. Ottoman now has a pair of falconets now employed on the field. His opponent doesn't have any falconets. Does have more musketeers though. Let's take a look at the Lombards. What's currently trading? He does have a bit of food inside. Villager or now Explorer does go down. These units start advancing forward. Sipahi don't have any really good siege attack. So the villagers starting going down. Sipahi now advancing forward. Of course, the musketeers are engaged into melee mode to engage the cavalry. Yellow Explorer does go down there. Some of the militiamen are going down as well. Sipahi now engaged by the musketeers in melee, as well as the veteran Perseveres. They're in hand attack mode, which is do not do bonus damage to cavalry, so the Sipahi can get some massive AoE effects versus them. But right now the Sipahis are simply not here in good enough numbers. Obelisk Gunners are of course firing away. They do bonus versus heavy. They don't do any additional damage versus these light units. Most of the passive has gone down, but Sipahi's been focused down there. Now the Falconets finally advance. Italian players going for his own pair of Falconets, and we got more of the delis now being put on the field. Big wave of musketeers. Lombards are currently not trading. He does have a bit of food at the moment. He may just want to throw some food into the Lombards now. He's trying to move around the flank. Does interrupt that Lombard from moving out, trying to get some of these villagers. And looks like some Obelisk Gunners getting hit by these various units. Falconets need to push forward and hit the Falconets. Musketeers now engaged into various cavalry. Both sides lost a Falconet. Yellow's a little bit more wounded than Blues. Looks like Yellows does get the first shot there. It does get a mutual kill there with Falconets. More musketeers on the corner field. And the other player does ransom Explorer, and it did. I saw that 100 gold go up in the Italian's inventory as well, so if you ever wonder if that actually gives your opponent gold, it does. So I sort of wonder in team games, is it a send to one or all? Ottoman players now eyeing for additional town center. The Italians have 34 villagers, the Ottomans have 28, slightly less, but this will improve his villager production. Another Basilica is trying to be built on the field. Does need a little more time to build. Not sure if it was an architect or a villager who built it. Can I select one of these guys and see? Yeah, it doesn't appear that he can go ahead and build it right there. He has to get an architect somewhere. Yellow does have a decent army here, mostly musketeers. Blue, on the other hand, does not appear to have an army. He is pulling out another town center down here, so we only have 3 town centers. Going for another round of delis.
Emirates.
Middle system not being researched, so I'm gonna get some of his mosque research. Oops, and the game went out of sync. Which means that is end of replay, and I can't cast the rest. Never mind. Nope, since that happened, I have to delete it. That's a shame. Now I'm going to free up some population, not population space, disk space while at it, so clean all these other ones up. That just cleaned up another 100 gigs of data. And of course, I keep hitting that damn button. Minimize that. Oh boy, this is going to be a massive game. No, oh. Can't do that replay either, because out of sync. Maybe it was from a previous patch. Wait, didn't I do this one? Kind of cat versus. Okay. Give me one moment to take a look at that. Because that seems awfully familiar. It appears that I have not done that one. Okay, good to know. Greetings everyone, and Grade here from another HPower's 4-3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Red French with Mr. K. Spawn on the north side as the Blue America. We have Kinda Cat. Oh, let's take a look, see what natives on the map. We do of course have the House of Yagalan. It does grant some access to the Lipka Tartars and the Shock Riders. And of course we do also have the House of Vaza, which does give you access to the Royal Arquebus and the Winged Hussar. I'm going to sneeze, it feels like. Looks like both players can get some Torpor wagons if they get themselves a ally. And now let's take a look at each player's decks. US player, immediately going with some Irish immigrants. Irish immigrants deliver 2 settlers, an additional 2 settlers for every 5 minutes of pass. So at this point in time, just gives them 2 villagers. Pretty basic. Spanish immigrants ships 1 outpost wagon. Spanish immigration boosts EXP income, allowing to earn shipments considerably faster upon reaching the e-commerce age. The lever ability can also be used to call in groups of powerful pikemen. Pikemen do not lose health. This card may be sent more than once. Since 1 outpost wagon gets a nice trickle of EXP. We got gold regulars, state militia, long rifles, infinite outpost wagons. Hamilton Economics, market technology is free and refunds the cost of already researched ones, improves market buy rates. And Virginia General Assembly ships one capital state capital wagon, makes the next upgrade research at the state capital wagon free, excluding spies and blockades. Russian American Company supplies 2 blockhouse wagons, enabling villagers to gather food from huntables faster. State militia skirmishers with low health. 54th Massachusetts Volunteers gets 5 state militia, 4 regulars, and research their veteran research. On Continental Rangers increase the attack and hit points in range of infantry armored rifles. State militia sharpshooters, owl hoots, for example. Carbine Cavalry, Buffalo Soldiers, which does Carbine Cavalry gets increased attack and armor. Rolling Artillery ships fewer Gatling guns after each use, but resets at the third use, so it's got 3, 2, 1. Probably does that infinitely as well. Advanced Frontier Defenses. Think of the follow: Peachy Glimmer 011. Upgrades outposts and blockhouses to frontier status. Ships 3 outpost wagons and can transform into outposts and blockhouses. Armand's legions ship a number of powerful dragoons, enable them to be trained at forts. Polski's legions ship a number of powerful Uhlans, enable them to be trained at forts. The coffee mill guns. Gatling guns no longer need to reload, so fire continuously. Gotta go full auto, which technically Gatling guns, by legal definition in the United States, are not classified as automatics, since when you rotate the trigger, it counts as a separate individual pull of the trigger, technically. So it's easier to get yourself a Gatling gun than it is to get an automatic. In fact, Calico, same people make those unique helical magazine guns. You can also buy like a 22 caliber Gatling gun if I remember correctly. And heavy fortifications improvement that increases the combat ability of walls, outposts, blockhouse forts, war huts, and noble huts. Just activate certain upgrades, which sounds like also overlaps with one of these. Didn't we read one that provides some upgrades? It was Russian American Company, no? Oh yeah, Frontier Defense. Sense of Frontier status. So we got a little bit overlap there. And it does go for Delaware. Ships additional regular speed shipment you already have since so far. And Fertile Lowlands. 6 semi-Fenton cats, 2 homestead wagons. And okay, they carry additional 150 food, those cows. So they started like 200, I think. The French. Going for some crossbows. Let's see what cards they're going for. US and Mexico has some really unique cards I have to go through a little bit closer. Couriers, villager pioneers increase villager hit points. Nasty combination, honestly. More couriers, wood, gold. Crossbows, bazaars, which he has already got both of those in, so may see a bit of harassment somewhere. I'm not sure where they may be at the moment. That's just a native scout. Oh, he doesn't get hussars, he has the crossbows. And a team hand cavalry attack, infinite outpost, Irish grenadiers, which is our unique musketeer, cords of wood, cords of gold, ranged infantry attack, skirmishers, cavalry combat, dragoons, falconets, fort, hired Hessian mercenaries, and couriers, factory, and another factory. Nothing too crazy, honestly, there for the French deck. Looks like the French aren't being defensive, just got the crossbows in for a bit of a militia, going for some musketeers of his own. And it looks like the French scout is just moving around, scouting, and doing his job. Another shipment can be brought on in. He's eyeing for the couriers.
Oui.
Inspiring flag has been utilized.
Votre ordre?
There's the aspiring flag right there, right next to the outpost, which has another inspiring flag on top. Outpost taking a bit of damage there. Of course, crossbows siege damage is pathetically bad. Musketeers have a decent 20, as opposed to crossbows 8. So the US outpost will go down. I'm not sure why using inspiring flag right there. It's a little bit too far forward. Native scout is punching some villagers. He really does not like that lady. Outpost does go down there. US player, he's eyeing for Wataka's Association. He does get the next age, which is another one. Mounted settlers. I'm not sure which state he's gone for. Ships 2 outpost wagons. All existing and newly constructed outposts will spawn 2 state mushroom free and support 10 population. That's not bad. And yep, apparently it also does affect blockhouses as well. And over mountain settlers. Ship 4 settlers greatly improve settlers in range combat and make natural resources last longer. That's probably the benefit of that one there. But adds plus 12 with damage to range attack. That's not bad. Not as significantly large as, say, warrior culture for the natives. It does get off on the villagers there as well. But could make it so that they are all embrace the Second Amendment to give them 15 damage rather than just 3. And does take that outpost there as well. So right now the US player is losing a large amount of blockhouses there. Has not deployed on military whatsoever. I see no military structures. And these outpost wagons are, of course, the ones he's been using to improve his population space. And now he's going to quickly run them down.
Yes.
And this is his population housing. He does not have other population housing at the moment. Oh, he does now, somewhere. His outpost will go down. He does house a couple of veteran sharpshooters here, which are skirmisher variant with extra range. Same range as longbowmen. Couple of state militia now pulling the field. They're a skirmisher of higher health. Where's those outpost wagons going? We've got proxy outpost wagons apparently being pulled on the field. The French military is sort of going down. The US player needs to eye for any sort of military production building. He does, of course, have those 2 blockhouse wagons that which should be able to allow him to deploy out units.
Yes, hello.
And this will give him a lot of population space to work with. Each one of these can provide 10 population space. So now he's up to 60. And of course, get some free state militia with it as well. So he's eyeing for aggressive defense? Proxying defense? Is that a term to use? Either way, he does have, of course, some frontier outposts as well, which does give him some extra damage. And more free state militia there, so the US player does spawn some more units now. Has some Spanish spearmen as well, the Tricos. Which is not related to the Pokemon.
Yes.
Of course, he does have this outpost here, as and the red barracks could go down. These pikemen actually do have decent siege damage. 41 siege damage actually is quite significant. Brings in the Spanish spearmen as well as this, the what is it, 54th? Yeah, 54th Massachusetts Volunteers. Explorers want to go down. The US player has a massive arm that came out of nowhere, basically. We do also have a handful of skirmishers, a pair of falconets on the build queue. It's good amount of resources at the moment. Doesn't he lost his barracks, so he can't build any more military units. He needs to get enough resources to get out barracks and start deploying out light musketeers, so he can good composition for his current resources. Though it will be hard to counter by the not really hard to counter by state militia. They're not exactly damage dealers. But there's a couple of sharpshooters in the mix there will do some good work. Now the US player is eyeing for rolling artillery, getting a set of 3 Gatling guns, which should be very good. The French player does have a handful of falconets here. They can get easily overran. French eyeing, of course, does bring in the militia, does bring in some skirmish as well. Good damage there. Gatling guns are now firing. They got a good volley there onto the falconet. That falconet's starting to go down. Does take out one of the Gatling guns before going down. One Gatling gun remains. Both falconets do go down. Skirmishers is getting annihilated. The Gatling gun should be very effective for them. Doesn't do any bonus damage, just get bonus negatives, but still has just good damage, rate of fire, and a good enough range. Not as very far as falconets, but just still good enough. The French villagers do not have increased health, so they can't really tango at the moment. And looks like the French players are going to start losing some villagers now. So the US player does have a weird deck of deploying out defenses to get free units and to get population space. So it does a weird compounding effect, I guess. Interesting deck, to say the least. It was successful this time around, but his opponent didn't really got a secondary army deployed on the field, not realizing that he's going for the state militia for every single outpost, and that caught him off guard. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oops, not quick save, I'm talking about back out of the game. Let's see now. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another HBARS 3 replay. As well on top left side as the blue Iroquois, we have Lazarus Voss. While on bottom right side as the red coats, we have I had to play German thrice. Of course got a Discovery Travis. I'm not sure what the difference between regular Travis or Travos, however I pronounced it. I was using it right now to just scout around. Looks like that lemur does go down, so no Zumu Rafun in the near future. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Am I just showing my age? Oops, that's not the right button. There we go. Large player is probably going to eye for some sort of manor play. Usually Virginia Company is pretty common for the Brits. Trading post not going on up. So both sides are eyeing for trading posts on the same side of the map. I'm not sure what he's really trying with that to go in and out. These wildlife does affect by decay, so there's going to be a lot of decay here. And maybe some sort of plan there. I'm not exactly sure what's the advance with it. We now have a mana plot on the field, and he is going for villagers. Doesn't even immediately go for the Virginia Company. But either way, let's take a look at his deck.
Ready?
And he's gone for Amelia, I think that was her name again, right? The campaign lady. Of course, got more settlers, wood, gold longbows. Scots Guard increases musketeers and grenadiers attack by 50%. Advanced arsenal, fencing school, glorious revolution. More villagers. We got chests of coin, longbowmen, yeomen. Increase the range and here, stop that. Increase the range as well as all damage versus heavy infantry bonuses, and line of sight for the longbowmen. Full steam guards increasing the hit points and damage of musketeers and grenadiers. Hussars, cavalry combat, falconets, royal mint, refrigeration, some rockets, heavy fortifications, and fort. The Iroquois. Let's see what deck he's going for. Oh, Pulling Moles. Darn. We got Villagers. High War Chief. Your War Chief's now better in combat and organizing defenses. His aura now slightly increases building hit points. Plus 50 damage and hit points for the War Chief. Villagers, wood, gold, all resources. And Etna's Tomahawks. Warhut's attack increase. Warhut Warriors attack increase, I should say. Warhut Warriors hit points. Conservative tactics increase the infantry attack and hit points by 10%. Onion Horsemen, all resources. Horse Prowler, Warhut Warrior Combat, even more. Musket Riders, Cunyon Horsemen, more Horsemen, Cavalry Combat, more hit points, Cavalry damage, and Siege Combat. All Hodene, Shone siege weapons get increased damage to hit points, such as the Mantlets, one of my favorite siege units in the game. And Renegade French, all resources, Infinite, all resources, Tomahawks, and some light cannon. Travis now seeing some bashes with that musket. Or no, she does use a sword. It looks like the Red's eyeing for some walls there, deletes some of the cross sections, and does manage to bring the herd in to his border. So it does have some of these local goats. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the natives map. Both of them have access to the Berbers, which grants you access to the Berber Camel Rider, Berber Nomads, a villager variant, and Horsemen now trying to hit some villagers. While these villagers are trying to go on down, Blue has a decent army here. The Redcoats are not deploying out military units at the moment. Doesn't even have a barracks. He does have an outpost here, which does provide some decent defense. And yep, more villagers there. He needs an eye for a bear of some sort while the wall's being torched down. A Berber Nomads is a village that specializes in collecting up natural resources. And you got a Salty Camel. A Salty Camel allows you to deploy an Assault Mine, which is a coin mine that has 10,000 gold inside, but it does have a maximum of 20 villagers to collect from it, which is still pretty good. I love the description of Salty Camel. Salty Camel enraged from carrying heavy bags of salt through the desert. Constructs the salt mine. Of course, got the outposts firing away. We've got another villager there. Designing for a couple manor houses there. The Brit doesn't have a lot of food income at the moment. Maintaining a minimal amount to maintain village production. We got some more wall segments there to hold back his opponent. Fine, just whittle him down with the outposts now. The Explorer's still over here, healthy. Britain right now has 21 villagers. The Iroquois have 18. They got 19. Does got some outposts here. Just taking a bit of damage from these outposts now. The town center is still firing away, getting some good damage on some of these archers. Against the competition, it's probably best to go for a longbowman. Do now the market going on up. Can't really push too far forward. There's a large amount of defensives here. Does torch on the mana there. Very nice. His explorer is currently down here, the war chief. He does have at least one gold miner down here. Going for hunting dogs as well.
Ready?
A Of course, Explorer won't be able to do much damage to that market. She'll likely get taken down by the Tomahawks. Looks like there's an all resource crate that was brought in for the Iroquois. And he is going for some Berber nomads now, eyeing for some of these local populations.
Azul.
And the British player is eyeing for more walls. The Iroquois is at 24 villagers. The English are at 38. In which, if the Iroquois player is eyeing for the Berber nomads, he could actually deploy the trade post there so we can get more Berber nomads, get up to his 10. It looks like both players are just echoing up at the moment. You do now have a shipment of villagers being brought in. We're signed for a ship of gold. And let's go and just fast forward the time being since both players are just eyeing eco up. I don't see Blue amassing any forces at the moment. The Brits even amassing even less forces. And looks like the Iroquois is eyeing for the next age. The Brit is also vying for the next age as well. They got the Wise Woman, which improves the food collection rate from farms, and the Adventurer. Like Blue's eyeing for his own set of walls going on up. Has a proxy war hut as well. Now do you have the church deployed out for the Brits? Both players are now into the Fortress Age. More war huts being put on the field. And both players are eyeing for the Industrial Age immediately. Okay. The Iroquois does have a shipment stockpiled in, probably going for the light cannon. The Brits doesn't have a shipment available. He's eyeing for Rogers Rangers, which I believe does upgrade your longbowman to a
Commandment?
gun-wielding variant. Got multiple war huts here. More Berber nomads being put on the field. Looks like Red is on his own Berber nomads. Got quite a bit of walls here. Light cannon now trying to break through those walls. And a light cannon shipment now being brought on in as well. Field cannon upgrade as well. This cannon should report the veteran rangers, no problem. Get a couple hits there, very nice. There's a field cannon upgrade. Rangers advancing forward. Tomahawks will receive bonus damage from them since they're a heavy infantry unit. They're basically a musketeer, an archaic musketeer. Let's take out one of those light cannon. Are they classified as archaic? Nope, they're not. Good number of Tomahawks now pulling the field. The Rangers will do some good damage with Tomahawks. He needs some probably forest prowlers. Just more light cannon will probably do. So maybe some mantlets. got, of course, the fortified walls there, increasing the health by 6,000. But I believe the cost is still the same. Yep. More shots there. And we do have some fortified outposts now, so we do have a cannon intact. That villager does go down.
On my horse, bro.
Elite Tomahawks now researched. Got a good number of culver in here. Bonus to outrange the light cannon, 34 versus the 32. Of course, they're only really effective versus these field cannons. Another line of fortified palisade, more walls trying to be pulled out by the Brits. More light cannon now being pulled on out by the Iroquois. Good shot there. More field cannon now.
On the horse.
What's there? 10 field cannon. That's quite a bit. Big round of all resources. He's been consuming all resources there. That villager died. Field cannons do get a decent shot there. Good hits down those culverins with the field guns. Culverins are going down. There's simply too many field cannons here. The culverins do take out the field cannons in one shot, and does take them out before any further damage. Rangers are now seeing massive damage there. More field cannons, more tomahawks being pulled on the field. We now have some factory deployed out by the Brits. We're able to get out some rockets at the current rate. And now let's go for some falconets. You need to get culverins out. He needs counter barrages. Light cannon basically mix falconets and culverins. And also both. He is going for our big line of culverins now. Very good. He could be a bit more aggressive towards red right now. Red, if he's putting up point outside his base, he could deploy out a Sultan Camel. Put a Sultan Camel inside his base. The warship has been picked back on up. Now he has another factory wagon on the field. Are being deployed on out. At one time, he's going for something a bit more aggressive. The 3 rockets would probably be better. Culverins do find a good volley there on one of the light cannon. Now Iron for counter barrage. Let's take out one of the culverins. Good shots there on the light cannon. Another culverin does go down. Another culverin goes down. Culverin does find another shot there. Field cannons are falling back. Good shot there. Does with the culverin. Does get a good hit down the field cannons. I just have enough health to withstand a culverin shot since he doesn't have it upgraded. Now I got another wave of culverins spot on the field. Townsend are now seeing massive fire. Does get a good shot there with the field guns. Immortal the Culverin. All the Culverin has gone down. The fortified outpost can't get some good damage from the Tomahawk. They're stacking up pretty badly there. And more of the field guns on the corner field. Now bringing a shipment of rockets. I don't know, can't remember the exact range of rockets. They do have longer range than saying heavy cannons. I know that for sure. Another shipment of Culverin there. Does get a good volley there. One of the Culverins do go down, two of the Culverins go down. One of the fuel guns going down, another Culverin goes down. Roger, Rangers are advancing on forward. All the Culverins have been destroyed. Looks like the Rangers going on down, and looks like the Iroquois will overrun his opponent. Another pair of Culverin there, does spot the factories. I'm not sure where his rockets will be shipped to. There they are. They're way over here. There's two councils over here apparently. One of the factories do go down. More fortified outposts being pulled on out. Rockets do have less range than the field guns. Another hero Culverin there, very good. Does get a good volley there. Now the outpost has been pulled. Culverin's being focused down. The lack of upgrades, Culverin's just really doing them in. Rockets do aid field cannon shot there. One of the rockets do go down. Great volley there. And the other factory does go down. You have now shipment of Hussars being brought on in. It's just 5 Hussars though. Quite a bit of food just went up there, and he has nobody collecting food, so it made him, he just bought a bunch of food there. Ooh, now that was a good rocket there. These Tomahawks are quite wounded. And Hussars are not going to be good versus these Tomahawks. Tomahawks, of course, are heavy infantry, so they do bonus damage in melee against the various cavalry units. They would be good against a light cannon. But actually, the field cannon don't do less damage as cavalry and shock infantry like the other artillery pieces. We're gonna stay on the field cannons. One of the Culverins quickly goes down. And they'll just be focused down as well. There's now another shipment available. The longbow column may be good. Rockets take some damage there. One rocket does go down. The other one goes down as well. Oh, he does have now the Royal Culverins. I was being paying attention to that. I should be able to one-shot these field guns now, if I remember correctly. Or maybe that's incorrect. Looks like the Iroquois plays not really basic forward. Let's go and fast forward the moment. The Brit has 59 villagers, not building more, now building more villagers. The Iroquois right now does have 64. Just got a whole bunch of Tomahawks in from Big Button. I'm for more field guns and more tomahawks now. Ready to do these structurally built walls. Got a culverin here. And my nose of the Brit, I think, just collected quite a bit of coin there, so you can always go for a salty camel to get some gold. Time for a plantation. I think he forgot about the salty camel. I mean, that's a 10,000 gold deposit. It seems like everybody forgets about the salty camel. Of course, now we're seeing quite a bit of damage there. It looks like the Royal Culverins can't one-shot the field cans. They just have barely enough health. Apparently, I was mistaken the entire time. I just assumed he didn't have them upgraded. That really does put a bit of a problem there for... These cost 500 total, these cost 400 total. And basically on equal footing. Let's see, does times 2, so just a little less than 200. So yeah, it takes 2 shots from both sides. Sure, the Culverins do have a slight attack range benefit. That can be overwhelmed. Tomahawks are trying to push their way forward. We've got a good number of fortified outposts here. Taking out away at them. He does lose both these townsmen here. Does have another townsman back here now. Another artillery foundry there. Fortified outpost. Should we get some good damage there on these tomahawks? All's Culverin, of course, went down. The Iroquois eyeing for more field guns, eyeing for Maple Festival, whatever that is. Maple or EXP, I'm not sure. More Culverin, another shipment of falconets. There's a shipment of falconets, which will be used for some tomahawks. But right now, his problem, of course, are these field guns. Culverins do find a good volley there. There's another field gun. Both these guys, one is down to 1 shot. Falconets now engaging the tomahawks. When the falconets do go down. Militia now being brought on for as well. Does get a good volley there onto one of the field guns. Some of these field guns are quite wounded. He's focused this one down. I just bashed down the other one in melee. Howdy. The outpost will be slowly going down. The outpost has gone down. And the tomahawks are going to be torching down the town center now. And that is going to be the end of the replay. This is Andrew saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. I probably have time for one more replay tonight, but I do need to use the restroom again. Please give me 1 moment. Sorry about that. On to next replay. Let's see, other games. This one here. I keep on hitting hit the open button and not the open button. Here we go. Greetings everyone, and great here. Another HBars 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue British, we have Sometimes I Leave My Base. Spawn on top right side as the red Maltese, we have Kevin. And before we get started, I don't know why I have to do this again. Boop, boop, and play. And now my camera don't... Now it's nice and smooth. Either way, let's take a look at the natives on this map. There are none. There are literally no natives on the map. There's a bunch of trade posts and a giant circle. This map is weird. There's no native people. It's a barren wasteland of two bitter people fighting each other. One of those kitty cats to go down. Blue's going to eye to grab the treasure. He's going to wait there and waiting. Red is trying to stutter step over there. And now he's going to put some shots there. Put some shots into red. He knows that if he does kills the kitty cat, he just may just want to run away. I think Blue's going to get the treasure at this point in time. Does try to... And I think Blue's getting it. Blue got it. Red forfeited it. Nasty. But either way, let's see if anybody selected cards. Yep, looks like the British player has selected card. No, Industrial Age was the first moment. First thing caught the eye. Of course, got the Villagers, Virginia Company, Pioneers, Schooners. Fishing boats are cheaper. I need to remind myself on water. There may be water, but it is nothing there. No fishies, so that is worthless. And we do have Greenwich time. Arrives fast. Ships one trading post wagon. Each of your trading posts improves politician and technology research by 20%. Interesting. Villagers, wood, gold. Longbowmen, musketeers, infinite outposts, glorious revolution, and 7 Hanover allies. Fast German hand cavalry that charges its deadly saber attack ability when attacking, so it's a card of charge attack and benefits from promotion. Sounds like a unique hussar. It literally has the word hussar in its name. Villagers, gold. Longbowmen's yeoman. Siege artillery enables longbowmen to siege buildings from long range with fire arrows, inflicting burning damage over time. Okay, I just don't really hold much faith in damage over time, but against buildings, that's probably making it a little bit better. Musketeers, hussars, cavalry combat, falconets, and fort. His opponent? Let's see, the Maltese. Of course, got the settlers and German tongue, and ships a commandery wagon and a number of settlers. Name the commandery to recruit those settler wagons. Wigana court construction. Settlers gather natural resources fast, especially when nearby towns or outposts of commandery. Wood, gold. Trip to Jerusalem returns with 10 wood, 10 coin for each unit you have. Lost so far this game with a maximum to 1500. Interesting. So the more you lose, the more you gain, I guess. Pikemen, crossbows, archaic soldier attack. Crossbows and pikemen attack is increased by 50%. Archaic soldier hit points increase those same units hit points by 15%. Hospitality, your arrives fast. Your next age up is faster. All hospital upgrades are cheaper. It's got wood, gold. Pikemen, crossbows, steel bolts, crossbows, and passiveers, which the Italian unit gains more range, inflicts a greater damage against heavy infantry and buildings with their bolts. Archaic soldier combat, crossbows and pikemen increase. So he's just signing for a pike and crossbow. Crossbow, pikemen, crossbow, falconets, culverins, factory, and there's a city trickle Sicilian supplies. There's a city trickle of food. Villagers gather food from mills faster. We do not have a pair of field hospitals not being floated by red. Are they coming from wagons or are they being manually being built? Nope, they're manually being built by villagers. Blue's advancing forward with his villagers as well, trying to torch these down. Or maybe not. Villager's torch damage is 5, which is not good. Looks like some outpost walls right here as well. Interesting. Going for looks like Blue's HF was the free outpost wagon. And a good position there when the walls go up as well. Going for some crossbows now. Let's see, crossbows. They are, of course, a archaic skirmisher, what they call them. I'm trying to think of what would be a good count for them then. Horsemen are good. Heavy infantry, not so much. Light infantry are sort of equal. So various horsemen would probably be a good idea to fight against them. Lizards, not so much. And against the pikemen, of course, there are heavy melee infantry. So anything that's like a skirmisher himself, such as a bowman, would be a good idea. So perhaps bowman hussar would be a good idea versus these. Obviously, longbowmen wouldn't be half bad in general because it will be on relatively equal footing for crossbows, though there are a bit of variations, as longbowmen having greater range, like a skirmisher. Big wave of pikemen now being pulled out on the field by the Maltese. We got a round of longbowmen on the field. He's eyeing for more longbow now, as well as steel traps and infinite outposts. The infinite outposts got deployed out over here as well, so you can pull out more outposts by his outposts. Now if the wall does go down, and the pikemen will quickly torch down that outpost. Pikemen have good siege damage, unlike crossbows. Crossbows have horribly bad siege damage. That shipment does get cleaned up, giving some free XP for red. Longbowman gains a good damage on the crossbows. If you want a side-by-side comparison, crossbows have 100 base health, 16 damage, 16 range. And the longbowmen have 95 health and 22 range and 16 damage. This map's supposed to be a multi-ISK map based on the guy that is wandering the trade route and circle and lack of natives. He is traveling around in circles, I guess. It is also Morris Island with some inland over here, I guess. I don't know. Outposts will now be sieged down by the pikemen. Crossbows advance on forward. Explorer has 1 health. Might just want to finish him off. Does get stabbed by a longbow. These longbowmen and crossbowmen have the same damage. Of course, longbowmen do have more range. Oh, longbowmen also have twice the rate of fire. That is big. They have 1.5 attack speed, while crossbowmen have 3 attack speed. Do we have another outpost wagon here? He may just want to fall back, build a trade post there. This outpost wagon, I think, went for another round infinite outpost, wasn't really paying attention. Outpost has been completed, could potentially be saved with a longbowman, just have to make sure he doesn't auto attack against the hospitals. These pikemen do, of course, have good siege attack there. Longbowman gets a good damage on in. The outpost does get completed, but severely damaged. Another round of infinite of outposts. I'm not sure why he's going for infinite outposts after infinite outposts. One's going for a wave of more crossbows. And now the pikeman gains good damage on the longbows. We got another. Boy, the outpost back here. Don't go too aggressive because he's already lost the front line. I'm not sure where he's going with these outposts. That's a villager over there. That's a manor there. One outpost there, another outpost there. Not a great spot for them. It's off the side. I really think he should follow them around the trade post and blow out the trade post itself. If he wants more outpost wagons, he needs more XP for that, I guess. More longbowmen build queue, very good. Outposts, of course, not very effective for some villagers. Longbowmen do cost 100 resources. Crossbows do cost 80, so longbowmen just superior with their higher attack speed. Could develop some militia here to support him out. He's going for another round of infinite outposts, apparently. All those walls going on up. And there's outpost, deployed out by the outpost. This will draw some fire from his opponent. He does not have any pike, oh no, pike on the way over there, so he doesn't have any good siege damage. Oh, there's a big wave of pikemen that just come out of the outpost of the field hospitals.
Do you see it?
Oh, that must be a commandery. Yep, commandery's from point of view. They have the same DPS as an outpost, so not great. Field. Longbowmen are still being built. Running's at 44 villagers. It's not been building any more villagers. Opponent has 33 at the moment. Longbowmen are doing some good work there. Another pair of frontier wagons. Where are they going this time? Now we do have some hussars being put up by the Maltese. Very good transition. They will do bonus damage versus the longbowmen, or not necessarily bonus damage, they just resist the damage from the longbowmen. Or I should more precisely say, longbowmen just do less damage versus them. Unlike crossbows, these longbowmen have horrendously fast siege attack. So take a bit of time to take out these field hospitals. More longbowmen, more villagers. The Maltese eyeing for now some more hussars. Crossbows advancing forward, pikemen in tow, and hussars in reserve. Or just the crossmen is advancing forward right now. Hospitals will go down. Does provide 20 EXP to kill. Actually, it's very little. Are field hospitals really that cheap? 100, so they're actually dirt cheap. Explorer is now up. Who has a good number of villagers over here, so collecting a good amount of resources.
Yes.
That villager does go down there.
Commandment.
Longbowmen sort of dancing around, got some musketeers in point of field versus crossbows. Won't be exactly great. Crossbows are a bit low damage though. Yeah, 16 damage is not too bad. Another pair of outpost wagons. Where are they going this time? He seriously has only ever... He got his wood shipment there and only went for these outpost wagons and villagers. What is this deployment of mass outposts? I just don't understand it. I got a lot of gunfire somewhere. I'm not sure where though. Outpost, let's get deployed out there. Do have a Maltese church here.
Yes.
I am sorry, Grief. I may
Explorer
not
does
steer
go down.
Commandment.
Church got deployed on the front line. The British player, he does have the improved church improvements. You can get Rogers Rangers from it. Red has his own outpost here. More musketeers now being deployed on the field, which will be useful versus those hussars, or hussars. And more infinite outposts. And looks like the Maltese player has managed the Fortress Age. There's any unique shipments in at the moment. He is going for now the steel bolts. Hussars not advanced forward. Does find the musketeers. Hussars engaging them. Musketeers are not great. They're still hitting the musketeers. Crossbows advance forward. They need to hit those musketeers. The hussars just advance around. Blue does fly on hussars. Another pair of outpost wagons there could draw some fire. It is drawing a bit of fire there. Hussars now moving around to get some hits there on these crossbows.
Commandment.
Getting some good damage there. The Red Explorer does go down. Longbow is still firing away from the back. Looks like Red does get overran. Time to get inside the commandery. ISIS just goes ahead and let them escape. Start forcing down all this infrastructure. Now I do unmount all this units right here. We have a nice little group here. Quite a bit of group there, including the settler wagons that came out. There's going to get a nice surround there. Blue's a little bit pinned right there. Hussars do find an opportunity, but they're getting stopped by a handful of musketeers before they can reach the longbowmen. Crossbows firing away. Commandery's damage are still quite not good. Another shipment of crossbows now being poured on out. And looks like Blue's Hussars will find an opportunity to hit those crossbows. Settlers are now shooting away against some of the Hussars as well. Their attack is pathetically bad still. 3 damage. Now got a big wave of Hussars there. Most of the musketeers have been cleaned on up. The Settler barracks need to get inside the commanderies. In fact, right now the Maltese players only has gold income and one has no food, no wood. Now getting some of the wood there, but there's too many outposts in this region. Red is now eyeing a point on a depot there, and Red backs to the game. It's Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, that's going to be my last replay tonight, so everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.